So yeah, I just wanted to give my feedback on the game, which I think is super, super fun. I really like it. There's a lot of really engaging stuff. As somebody who, of course, is primarily from the fighting game scene, I recognize a lot of concepts. There are clearly a lot of concepts, but they're not exclusively fighting game stuff. I mean, I have played other games, not only fighting games. And the idea of footsies, like whatever each game calls it, spacing, whatever their like version of that term is, every game that requires movement in space has that concept. So it has that too, which I really like. It's one of my favorite things about games is that kind of aspect of space control. So I really like that. I really like the world that it's in. I really like the geography of it, like for lack of a better term. The city, I like that there are these different areas where there are different strategies that are good or not. Downtown, you can really blow somebody up falling from all the way up, whether you knock them off the edge, you spear them off the edge, if you yourself elbow drop from the top, that kind of strategy is there. It's not as available in the suburbs, and so like you play differently. There are spaces that are more wide open, you've got a lot of room to run around and juke around and play footsies, play that little battle. And then there are other really small confined areas, and so like that the different strategies that makes for, I love. I really think that that's super cool. And do you want to, like, maybe you have a build where you want to play in these more confined areas because maybe you are, I don't know, spitballing. Maybe you have a special move that's better at causing wall splats. So the more walls there are around you, fantastic. That means that you can get bigger combos. It means you're more of a threat. Whereas maybe somebody else doesn't want to be there. Maybe they have a build that's more stamina focused, so they'd rather be like running all around. Maybe you have a big arms build, so you're very, very damaging. So you want these confined areas because you know that if you hit the opponent, they're gonna explode. Whereas if they hit you, it's not gonna be as much of a risk. I really like that world, the space of it. I love that. And then I really like and want to know more about, I'm sure I will eventually, the stats system. I get it to some degree, or like it's like obvious, you're drinking stuff to make yourself do more damage, have more life, or have more stamina, okay. But what are the different circumstances that you want one or the other? Do you have, maybe each person ends up having like an ideal build that they would just rather have? And so maybe you purposely don't take arms or don't take legs or whatever it may be. Whatever you do or do not want. Is that a risky play? That means that you're not gonna be as powered up, even if it's not in the way that you want. I want to know more about that. I feel like there's probably a lot of different decisions to be made there that will allow for different styles of play. And then the special moves. I just don't know enough about them to say like, are some clearly better? But it seems to me like some are clearly better. Like there's going to be like a tier list of moves, which is probably inescapable anyway. But the idea of a tier list of moves, means that you're going to want to not take certain ones. I guess it's not that bad, even if one is like potentially an overpowered move. Theoretically, everybody has as much chance of getting it as everybody else. It's not like you come into this thing with a specific build already. You have to just find it. So if you're searching for a specific move, maybe you land in certain areas where there are more likely to be, or you suspect that there are more likely to be fewer people, or where you suspect there are going to be more boxes, to allow that. I don't know. I think that there's a lot of different stuff that is available here.